The Supreme Court also ruled that Special Provision 1D is void because it impliedly repeals Section 11 of the Universal Health Care Act, or UHCA, and the sin tax laws. Under Section 11 of the UHCA, Philhealth is required to maintain reserve funds up to a ceiling equivalent to 2 years of projected program expenses. Each year, Philhealth must set aside part of its net income as reserve funds, and any unused funds must be invested so that earnings are added back to these reserves. If the reserve funds exceeds the ceiling, the excess must be used to increase the benefits under the National Health Insurance Program and to reduce members' contributions, that no portion of the reserve fund or its income may be transferred to the national government or any of its agencies. These measures undermine the very nature of Philhealth funds as pooled resources for social health insurance, hinder the UHCA's goal of delivering comprehensive and universal health care, and ultimately violates the people's right to health and to an affordable, sustainable, and accessible public health insurance. The Supreme Court stressed that Congress cannot repeal Section 11 through the GAA, which may only provide appropriations consistent with existing laws. It cannot amend or overturn substantive policy. Any changes affecting the UHCA, particularly Philhealth's reserve funds, must be enacted through separate legislation. Percentages of excise taxes on sweetened beverages, alcohol, and tobacco products exclusively for the UHCA. The Bureau of Treasury must set aside these amounts for the UHCA's implementation, and Congress must fully allocate them to Philhealth through the GAA. Congress cannot reduce, suspend, or withhold these earmarked funds. The only issue properly before it is the validity of the issuances and whether they were issued with grave abuse of discretion, amounting to a lack or excess of jurisdiction. The Supreme Court ordered that the remitted funds amounting to 60 billion pesos be returned to Philhealth through the 2026 GAA.